Hey everybody, welcome back to Coop to Grill. Today, well, you know what? We got another blizzard in Wisconsin. So we're cooking inside. We're gonna use the Instant Pot. And yes, we're using the pretty one because it makes me feel pretty. Thanks, JB. So anyways, we're making chicken carbonara today, and this is one of my wife's favorites. And she introduced me to it actually the day we got married at Buca di Beppo, and it's pretty fantastic. So I thought, man, there's got to be a way I could make this at home in my Instant Pot. And well, there just isn't any recipes online. I couldn't find anything on the internet rabbit hole that would indicate how to make this in the Instant Pot. So I came up with my own recipe, and we write it down in this handy cookbook. So here it is right now.
Oh, you're sharing all the goods, huh?
I am sharing all the goods. Chicken carbonara. 3 large chicken breasts, 2 cups of broth. What does that say?
Oh, I wrote this, so you can't read it.
I can't read
1 pound
that.
of pasta.
Oh yeah, 1 pound of pasta.
2 cups of heavy whipping cream. 4 ounces of shaved or shredded Parmesan cheese. 1 cup of frozen peas. 6 to 8 pieces of bacon, cooled, crisped, and shredded on top. And 1 jar of Alfredo sauce.
So, chicken carbonara, we're going to start it out. We've got 3 large chicken breasts in the Instant Pot. I've got 2 cups of chicken broth. We are going to dump this in. Throw the lid on. Make sure that that's set in the center to keep it locked. And it says, the directions say to cook it for 10 minutes. We're not going to cook it for 10 minutes because it's frozen. If you've got frozen chicken breasts, 14 or 15 minutes will cook the chicken breasts. We're going to cook them for 15. So, manual 15 minutes, and it'll start up. It takes about 15 minutes for my Instant Pot to get the pressure, so this is going to be about a half an hour until this is ready. So the recipe at the very back page says to top with bacon and serve. So I don't want to cook too much bacon for this recipe, so we're just going to cook a few pieces up in the microwave. If you've never cooked bacon in the microwave, it's super simple. So we're going to cook this. We're going to cook 4 pieces of bacon right now, not 6. And to start this, we grabbed a real plate, not a paper plate. I've got either 2 sheets of paper towel or 4 of the single selects. Set them on the bottom. You take your bacon and you lay it across here. So you lay your bacon across here. You don't want it to touch.
Unless it likes each other.
Oh my goodness. So you got 4 pieces of bacon, and then you take another full piece or 2 of the singles and put across the top. 1 minute in the microwave per piece of bacon. So we've got 4 pieces of bacon. We're going to cook this for 4 minutes. Pull it out then and see what we got. All right, so our chicken is done in the Instant Pot. We are going to turn the knob to quick release, and once that's done, we're going to open this up and shred the chicken. Take the lid off. We're going to leave the chicken stock in there. We'll shred the chicken breasts. So it calls for linguine noodles. In my recipe book, it says noodles or pasta of choice, and it says spaghetti preferred. So we've tried this a few times at the beginning, and the linguine noodles just don't seem to cook right in the Instant Pot. Maybe we needed more time, I'm not sure. But we basically gave up on those, and we just use spaghetti noodles. It works out really well. So what we want to do is cook these in the Instant Pot for 6 minutes on manual. And then it's an 8-minute natural release. So that means that you leave it sit here with the little
Turning knob?
Yeah, turning knob. You let it sit here with the little turning knob face in the middle and just let it sit there for 8 minutes until you do the quick release. So we're going to add the noodles in.
It's going to be delicious.
Take about 1/3 of them at a time, and you want to snap them in half to make sure that they fit in the Instant Pot. And what I normally do, come over here and take a look at this. What I normally do is put some in this way.
Oh, sure.
And then I'll put the other ones in this way, and then the next ones across again. And just kind of layer them all in there. Let them sit on top of that chicken. Then we're going to grab some Alfredo sauce. We grabbed the 4 cheese Alfredo. So you only want to use 1 can of this Alfredo sauce. Trust me on that. Pour it in there. As you can see, it just kind of sits on top of the noodles. Something I didn't have in the recipe book is the water that you need. You saw what we had in there. We're going to take this, we're going to use some water. We're going to fill it up full. Put the cap on it, shake it up, get the rest of the sauce and the water out of there. What you want to make sure is that you've got water to the top of the noodles. Make sure that it's covered in the liquid. And if you got to add a little bit more liquid, do so. See how I got a couple of noodles sticking up over here? Those aren't going to cook right unless they're covered. So add that in there. I see everything is covered in the liquid. And the recipe says 6 minutes, so hit manual. We want to go 6 minutes. And then that's all you need to do. We pulled our bacon out of the microwave, and there it is. Look at that, nice and crispy. And we're going to leave that covered up, put it back in the microwave, and we're just going to leave it sit there until we're ready to serve this. We're going to crumble that up and put it over the top. We're going to quick release. And once that's done, we're going to add in the rest of our stuff. So I've got 1 cup of frozen sweet peas. Frozen is just fine. You don't need to heat these up. You don't need to cook them or anything. This is so hot, it'll cook them in about 2 minutes once you start stirring everything in. 2 cups of heavy whipping cream. I got that measured out, and it says 4 ounces of shredded Parmesan cheese. You can use the shredded or the shaved, either one. It's going to be just fine. We've got the shredded stuff. This is actually 5 ounces. I'm not going to keep an ounce of it, so we're going to throw the whole works in there. I'm going to stir that all up, top it with some crumbled bacon, and serve it with some garlic toast. Can of peas, heavy whipping cream, and the Parmesan. Stir it all up. Now that is a pot of yummy goodness right there. Thanks for joining us today at Coop de Grill. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the page. Drop a comment if there's something that you found that works better than the way that I did it, or if there's something else you'd like to see me cook, we'll definitely put it on the list. I am long-winded. Thank you very much. Jesus. People need to know. Your noodles, take about 1/3 of them at a time. Boy, this is just a disaster. Then we're going to grab some Alfredo sauce. We grabbed the 4 cheese Alfredo. Do you want the 4 cheese or do you want the garlic roasted one?
Yes.
That's not an answer.
I love them all.
Okay,